What up, car people? Ariel here. I got some goodies here in the garage drying up. I'll be giving these another coat of paint. These are the APR mirrors off of my Evo. I primed them. I'll be painting them with some of this stuff. But that's not what today's about. I actually need to do some diagnosis on the Celica because I have some drivability issues. The car is hesitating. It's giving me poor acceleration. It's also leaving me right now. But yeah, I need to work on this a bit. I think my exhaust is clogged up. I think my catalytic converter is clogged up. So I'm going to start up the car right now, let you hear what it sounds like, rev it a couple of times. I'll let it cool off. I'll pull the oxygen sensor to see if introducing an exhaust leak will mediate the clogged exhaust. So that's first diagnosis for the Celica. So we'll try that out. So let me start it up, and I'll back it out while it cools off. I'll paint this stuff. That'll be another video. Yeah. I also painted my valve cover actually, and that's gonna be a paint tutorial. I painted this roll bar. I painted these rear spats. I painted the flares. I painted the side skirt. I've repaired and polished this fuel door. It had a chip here. Yeah, so I painted the front lip as well. I've painted a lot of things on the car. I like painting things. I flocked the dash and all that good stuff. Forward and onward. Let's get the car started. Actually, let me set the camera up on a tripod, and I'll give you guys a cold start. Alrighty, we're set up for the cold start. Pay attention to the exhaust. You might see some little puff of smoke or some abnormal looking stuff. So let me know if you see anything in the comment section below. Get in here real quick. I don't know if you can make this out by the sound that you're getting from the GoPro, but if you look at the RPM gauge and also from backing out, when I start letting out on the clutch, usually the car has enough power to roll out when it's cold start and the RPMs are high like this, but lately it doesn't. When I rev the engine, it's a little sluggish. Normally doesn't sound like that. So I have a feeling that the exhaust is clogged. So yeah, I'll pull out that oxygen sensor, which will give the exhaust system a leak, which will give it which should bypass the clog and help it breathe a little better. If removing the O2 sensor allows the car to breathe a bit better, then I'll have to remove the mid pipe and gut the cat. My guess is that I've been running so rich that the exhaust has deteriorated, breaking down the the catalyzing material inside of the cat, and giving me this drivability issue. I need to get the car ready for Toyota Fest, so yeah. I'm gonna paint this stuff while the exhaust cools down, and I'll be back. Yeah. Dusty. Alrighty, yeah. I took the oxygen sensor out. Check this sensor out. It's a little ashy, which makes me think that the catalytic converter is falling apart. Usually you would bang on the mid pipe with a hammer or something, and you would hear a rattle. I don't really hear anything, but that doesn't mean that this cat isn't destroyed. It could just be melted to the point where it's just a large clump. But now that this sensor is out, we've introduced a leak into the system, so I'll start it and see if it sounds better or worse or whatever with this sensor out. Painted my hands. Oh well. Don't want to dirty these beautiful seats. Where are my keys? I can feel exhaust coming out of the mid pipe, so I don't know. Back to the drawing board. It still sounds sluggish and janky, so I'll shut it off and keep looking.
It's kind of interesting too. If you look at the top streamers on Twitch, like the males, I mean.
Alrighty, car people. If you own a 2ZZGE, you might have done this already. But we're gonna clean the mass airflow sensor. Sometimes things get wonky. So for my situation, it's a 2.5 millimeter hex. This is a K&N intake, short ram, custom powder coated, but it's K&N. Very nice piece. You can see by the clamps, K&N clamps. Anyway, there's an O-ring here, so be careful, because if you break it, you'll need a new one. You won't have an airtight seal. When reinstalling, maybe dab a little oil there to make install easier. And always be careful with these. These are very delicate. They measure the air going into the engine. Use a specific mass airflow sensor cleaner. Do not use brake cleaner, because that will destroy the housing. It'll melt the plastic. It'll melt the sensor. Mass airflow sensor cleaner. Buy this. It's like $7 or $8. And one can will last you a very long time. And all you have to do, very simple, just spray inside. Spray that little temperature sensor right there, and then spray in here. I spray the pins as well, just to clean it all up, and then I toss it back in. So check it out.
Well, they're supposedly
All right, maybe I went a little crazy. I used to buy these by the case when I was a fleet mechanic, so I'm very liberal with it. You probably don't have to be as liberal. Let it air dry. I'm gonna throw this back in the car.
And that they're not going to punish me. Assuming it's even hair. That's not. I mean, we use this stuff for the show. Even 10 seconds, I could change my profile picture to her. She has context of what? Look at that. When I was on foot. And then she says, but they're going to punish the people who harass them. She's talking about other Twitch streamers. As far as we've seen, that hasn't happened. Otherwise, I'm sure it would have been brought up. So, who knows?
Well, the bigger Twitch is gonna get, they're gonna have a lot more relatives next to it. Like the double standard or...
I don't know Twitch is going. For a minute, I thought it was when like Ninja was coming up and we were on there with our podcast. But I'll tell you, they were trying so hard to be more than video, and it was so important for them to grow the platform.
Yeah.
And I think that bringing our podcast on really supported. We had a lot of success there. But when it came time to renegotiate our contract, they were penny pinching us and throwing us away, having totally unreasonable demands. And I would even go as far as to say vindictive and
All right, let me give it a start and see if it sounds any different with the mass airflow sensor being clean.
After I decided that, I canceled my part.
This is what diagnosis is. Trying a lot of things until you get your answer. It's like when you find something that's lost, it's always in the last place you look. It actually sounds better. I think we might be onto something. Alrighty. I think that means we should test drive it. I still have to paint my APR mirrors, so that'll probably be another day, but that's the episode. Diagnosing the Celica. What's wrong with it? Sometimes you'll get some drivability issues with these two ZZGEs. Try cleaning your mass airflow sensor. Make sure your plugs are good. If you don't hit lift, clean your oil control valves. There's one right here. There's another oil control valve right here. Leave me questions, comments, comment section below. Pictures at Instagram at @themos_Ariel. Hit the like button, subscribe. Ariel out, peace, yay, yay!